Hi there, welcome back. No, I'm not going to start singing in the middle of the countryside. This is a new series that I'm hoping to get going. It's called A Tenor Walking. This, today, is about a 6-kilometre walk up and round the Blaen Bran Woodland of Cwmbran, and it takes me from here in Thornhill all the way up and round along part of what used to be known as the Pilgrim's route, and I'll explain that as we go on. Hopefully this will take off and you'll enjoy the walks that I have during this spring and summer. See you soon. Okay, so we're up above Thornhill here now. In the background around that sort of area you should be able to see the new hospital in the town, and swinging around that way you should be able to see the Bristol Channel. On a clear day you can see out as far as the Severn Bridge from a little bit further up. We're headed up over that way. See you soon. So these are all old mine working cottages as we work our way up round towards the Methodist chapel there. So looking back the way we've come, you can just about see the hospital there again now in the distance, and very far distance to Severn. Across here is where we used to have some old mine working cottages. They've all been long knocked down. You can hear in the background the stream that's coming off the side of the river. There's the top of the mountain there, and we're headed up towards the reservoir. So here I am at the site of the old Mine Slope Colliery. Little information board there about it. This was where the main building was, and back in that section of the mountain there was the fan that would drive the air underground. So this would have been the engine house here. So this is the water you can hear in the background rushing down off the hill there. I virtually stood in it. In the summer this is barely a trickle. Just up a little bit further now where you can see it all rushing its way down the hillside. Right on top of it now. You might be able to hear me, you might not. But this is it as it comes down out of the reservoir, which is where we're headed up to. We've got it all coming down through there as well. You can see the old sluice gate there where they would have stopped it at one point when it was a working reservoir. So a little bit more tranquil now. Here we are up the side of the reservoir. A lot of the water from this reservoir would have fed into the mines that were below us. I don't think we'll be heading all the way up there today. It's been a while since I've done an upward one, but we'll have a good look anyway. Another lovely path now up through the woodlands of Blaen Bran. You can definitely tell we've had a wet winter. Don't think there'll be any need for hosepipe bans this year, and just proof that water will find its way anywhere. Now, the top is just up there, but this is a very shaly climb, and even though I've tried it 3 or 4 times before, I've always failed with it. So I don't think I'm going to try it today either, because it's very slippery underfoot. Once these stones and rocks start moving under your feet, you start to go with them. So one day I will see what's up there on those big rocks. So we've come up a way now from the reservoir, still heading upwards, but down over there you can see the north of Cwmbran there, heading away into the hills in the distance. on a gorgeous day like today, do nothing more than just enjoy the view. So you can see down there now in the distance where we were, that's the reservoir. Moving on up around onto a path called the Pilgrim's Walk, which I'll describe in a bit more detail when I get up there. Now the path splits here, that's where we've come from. That's not where we're going today. We will go up there soon. We are going to head back down. But this forms the part of the Pilgrim's Walk, which leads from Llantarnam Abbey down in Cwmbran, and it comes all the way up through Old Cwmbran, past St Gabriel's Church in Old Cwmbran, up over the hill there, up through Thornhill and up onto the mountain, and it leads all the way across the top of the mountain onto Tumbalam, and then from Tumbalam you can see all the way down as far as Barry, so some wonderful views up there. We'll do that walk another day, but this path is the path that the monks would take once a year on their pilgrimage from Llantarnam Abbey, and they'd end up in St David's in West Wales in Pembrokeshire, and they would do that once a year, and they wouldn't be doing it in walking boots like I've got on. They'd be doing it in sandals or barefoot, and I'm hoping to be able to show you what they call pudding stones on the way back down, and these are pieces of rock that they say look like a fruit pudding, and they would show them the way. They would be put along the way, probably carried by donkeys or horses along the way, to be able to put out on the route to show them the way along this pilgrim's path. So there we go. We're making our way down the side of the mountain now, and got there what is the top of an old lime kiln. There's quite a lot of lime kilns in the area from years gone by. There's some down near the canal not far from where I live, and there's one or two over in Henllys as well, but yep, that would have been the top of a lime kiln. Now I mentioned earlier some pudding stone. Here's a rather large piece of it. It's basically pieces of pebbles that have been forced through the rock. There's a few more as we're going down this way. Sort of catch them as we're going down through. There's a nice large chunk there. And they would do it because it resembled a Christmas pudding, the currants or the raisins in a Christmas pudding. And I'm just going to move off to one side because I've got some horses coming up this way. But that is what they call pudding stone, and that would have guided the monks on their way to St David's in West Wales. So we're just a little bit above where we started today's walk. So we've gone in a nice big circle from the top of Thornhill in Cwmbran all the way up around Blaen Bran, and virtually come back. I'm just about to come back down onto the top of Thornhill now. Don't know if you can see through the trees there as well. If I zoom in, again the Bristol Channel there in the distance in Newport. So we'll sign off from today and hopefully take you on another walk soon. Bye for now.